there, good looking. I invite you to join me to this total body strength workout. It's doable for all levels. All you need is one pair of moderate weight dumbbells. For reference, I have a pair of 15s, as well as a lighter pair for our ab finisher at the end. For reference, I have a pair of 8s. And then guess what? This is also the final workout in our Unstoppable Challenge. Can you believe it? All right, get your dumbbells and let's go get warmed up. All right, before we get started, if you have a fitness watch, hey, turn that baby on. I recommend too, if you have settings, maybe a HIIT setting, because our heart rates could come up because of the choice of exercises that I have for us today. Now let's start warming up with some lunge pattern. We'll start with just a tap back or hip extension. I want you to add the arms as well so we get into the shoulders. And thumbs are going to point towards the back of the room and then towards the front when they're down by your side. As we go, see if you can drop the knee down. Ideally coming all the way to your ground and then adding a little bit of extension in the spine. So I've chosen to really hit on the 5 movement patterns that the body does: squat, lunge, hinge, press, and pull. And that's how the workout will be presented. We have 5 different exercises, 4 rounds. And then you're also going to be working into the core because we will be doing some single arm and single leg drills. Last 2. Let's do one more. And 1. Beautiful. All right, I want you to take one leg in front. Inhale the arms up. Exhale, sweep down, hip hinge. Get in those hamstrings. Other leg, toe up, hip hinge. Easy for me to say. And up. And last 2. One more. Excellent. Take it into an alternating side lunge, pushing your hips rearward, toes, knees, hips, shoulders to me. And then as we go, see if you can sink down a bit deeper. Maybe you can reach across, hand to opposite toe, and being aware that you are pushing your seat rearward. So there's a hip hinge happening on this. Let's do 2 more. Excellent. Now find yourself at the end of your mat. If you're unable to do walkouts, I'd love for you to get into a forearm plank from the knees or toes. Otherwise, feet apart, let's walk it out to wrists under shoulders. Slight pause, and then walk it back. Bend the knees to get yourself down there. Most of us have tight hamstrings, so that'll help out a little bit. 2 more. Last one. And final one, let's just nail that hip hinge. Feet shoulder width apart, hands light behind the ears. Push the booty rearward, come up, squeeze the shoulder blades together. Last 2. And 1 more. Excellent. All right. We have 15 seconds left, and then we start the first exercise. I'd love for you to grab 1 dumbbell, place it into the left hand. Now follow me. Step back with the left leg, bend that knee as deep as you can, and then drive the knee up, working balance. Good. Come down. Now if coming up off of 1 foot like that, it's a challenge, I want you to toe tap that. If bringing the knee all the way to the mat, it doesn't work for you, you drop it as low as you can. So the left leg's going back. The next round we'll do the right leg, okay? Whew. You can hinge forward a little bit as you've been learning in the 28-day Unstoppable Challenge. When you lunge, to get a little bit more glute dominant. Let's do 1 more. All right, now grab your other dumbbell. Kickstand that left leg. So we're still working the right leg. Push the bum back. And let's do a deadlift, right leg dominant. This left one's just kind of kickstanding to help us with our balance. Pull the shoulders back and down, head is up. You should be really feeling the fire in the glute and that right hamstring. Now the great thing too with the deadlift pattern is you've got your upper body and the core working. So again, we're choosing those functional movement patterns for today's workout. Exercises that help you transfer into real life. One more. All right, keep the dumbbell, one dumbbell in your left hand. So you won't be mirroring me. We're gonna learn a clean and press if you're not familiar with it. I want you to take it down to the ground for me. Now squat down, grab with your left hand. Use some momentum to clean it up to the shoulder and drop it down and then press. Same arm again. So we go down to the ground, clean it up, and press. So we sink down into that squat right here to get the dumbbell under the shoulder, and then we come up and press it up with a really strong core. Now on the next round, we'll do the right side. Time. All right, dumbbell in each hand in a bridge position on the mat for me. Elbows slightly in front of the shoulders. Hips are up high. Let's work into the glutes and low back. Press the dumbbells above the chest. Lower down and do it again. So chest press, working those pressing muscles now. A real hard time saying muscles, didn't I? Really squeeze the booty. Make sure you're lifting up those hips using those glutes, not the low back. So you're not really flaring that rib cage up to the ceiling. Next exercise will be our pull exercise, and we'll be on all fours with a dumbbell in each hand. All right, wrists under shoulders, knees apart underneath the hips, and then find that neutral spine. So we're not sagging, we're not rounding. Nice and neutral. Left elbow comes up, squeeze the rib cage, release, right arm comes up. Good. So this is a quadruped row. For the next round, I'm going to turn this into a renegade row, which is quite a bit more challenging. So if that's not for you, this is where you'll be. So this is our final exercise. Here's our pull exercise, another functional movement the body does. We're taking it back to the top, reverse lunge with the right leg going back. Can you tell I'm left-handed? That's why I always start on the left side. One more each side. Last one. Good job. All right, dumbbell in the right hand. Feet hip width apart. We step back with that right leg. Can we get the knee to the ground? And then we drive that right knee up and balance. Go. Nice and slow and controlled. Now, if you're able to, you can have a dumbbell in each hand. I may start that in the next round after this. Really strong core here, crew. That means you're drawing the belly button in, tightening up into that ab region, locking those shoulders back and down, perfecting this lunge pattern that the body does. We just need to strengthen the right muscles so they don't irritate the knees. So make sure you go down. It challenges you, but doesn't produce pain in the joint. One more. All right, now we're going to kickstand that right leg. It's the left leg that's the main mover. We push the hips rear, dumbbell in each hand, drive up, and do it again. So we've got just a little bit of weight in that right leg. It's literally just there to hold our balance. We want to feel this left hamstring, left glute, perhaps even the outer hip. And then from there, we go all the way up the body. Feel the muscles of the spine, the core fired up, upper back muscles so our shoulders don't round. Arms holding onto the dumbbells. Last two. One more. All right, clean and press right arm. So again, you won't be mirroring me. We start with the feet wide, toes slightly turned out, dumbbells right in front of us in the center. Now bend the knees to get it. We clean it up, get it under the shoulder, come up, and then press. So a little bit of momentum, velocity, and then we drop into that squat to clean that dumbbell onto our shoulders. It's up, press. Now, if you're having a tough time, get rid of the dumbbell. Get the movement, muscle memory that baby, and then add load. Last couple here. One more. All right. Chest press, back down on the ground. This time, keep the booty on the ground and bring the elbows so they're in close. Dumbbells are just on top of, hand on top of elbows and press up and lower down. So it's not a crush press. It's just a narrow chest press, feeling a bit more into the triceps. We'll go back to the wider chest press for round 3. For those of you that are part of the Unstoppable Challenge, can you believe it, you guys? 28 days you've been training. A workout every day. You are so amazing. You are unstoppable now. Absolutely. All right. We're taking it into that row pattern. So now our pull, our final exercise of the movement series. Knees apart under hips. Wrists under shoulders and row it up. Or join me in full plank and row. If you've joined me in full plank, we want those feet apart. You want to try and keep those hips really quiet. You're not twisting the hips as you lift the arm up. Take a gaze at the top of the mat, not letting that head drop. Good job, you. One more each side. Last side. And come on up. All right. We are halfway. So if you can, try a dumbbell in each hand now for our reverse lunge. It's that left leg of ours going back now. So feet hip width, find your balance, step it back, knee to ground if you can, drive the knee up, hold that for a split second. Last couple of reps. One more. Woo! All right, so we kickstand your left. Your right one's still the working one. Again, very little weight in that kickstand leg. Dumbbells in front, pull the shoulders back and down. Tighten up that core. Soften the knee, bum goes back, come on up. So here's the side view, you guys. It's that hip hinge. If you've been part of the Unstoppable Challenge, you are nailing this hip hinge now. You've really been learning it. It's an important movement pattern that, unfortunately, a lot of people get it wrong. It has dire consequences, especially for our lower lumbar. We already got enough stuff going on as we get older, don't we? Let's not add to it with poor lifting techniques. There's enough to worry about. Let's do one more. Woo. All right, so left hand clean and press. So feet are out, toes are turned out. Now let's bring the dumbbell right in front of us, okay? And then as we clean it up, we got to get under it with that squat and then come out of it, okay? And out of it. This is a total body move. There is no doubt about it. But for our functional movement pattern purposes today, I grabbed it, programmed it for the squat portion of it. One more, because we kind of get two in, don't we? One there, one here. Time. All right, chest press. Now let's get the hips up on this third round with the elbows back out again. So heels close to the bum, hip width. Elbows are in front of the shoulders or maybe lined up, but I find for most of us, just in front of the shoulder feels better. Press straight up, straighten those arms, lower all the way down. Triceps to mat each time. Now squeeze that booty, give me that bridge. Work into those hamstrings, glutes, and low back muscles. Exhale as you push up. So here's our press action. We're going to do triceps, pecs, anterior deltoid, the front of your shoulder. Time. Whew. All right, now work the opposing muscle group. Our pull muscles, so our lats, our rear delt, our mid-back muscles, and our biceps. You can go into quadruped right here, or join me into full plank. Go. Hips stay down if you're with me. I just caught mine going up, so I thought I'd mention that as a cue. Yours might have crept up as well. Let's do one more each side. And come on up. All right. Shake out the hands a bit if you have to. We're on our last round. So we've got reverse lunge, right leg going back, 1 or 2 dumbbells, up to you. Feet hip width, and go. Drive up, balance. Good. So when we balance, I want you to have some softness in that left knee of yours. Don't hang off of that knee or hip joint. Fire up the muscles that support those two structures. Give yourself some more support, some more stability. Let's do one more here. Nicely done. All right. Woo. Kickstand deadlift. So just a little bit of weight in that right leg. Everything's coming through that left. That hip hinge, here's that side view. Pushing the booty rearward, pushing through the heels, coming all the way up. Go. As you come down, I want you to look up a bit. Great. Now, can you put even less weight into that right leg? Just let that left one do the work. Shoulders squared. Last one. All right, clean and press, right arm. So just place that guy down. Feet are shoulder width apart and maybe a bit wider. Toes are going to turn out, so when we bend the knees, they track with the toes. Start with the dumbbell just below you. Now bend the knees, clean it, drop it to get it under the shoulder, and then press. Good. Clean it, press. Nice. My Patreon community loves doing this move. They say they feel badass when they do it. Now there is a lot going on, as I mentioned, on this exercise, so you can go heavier or perhaps get away with a little heavier than maybe you normally do with a regular shoulder press. One more. All right, chest press. We're going narrow for this time with the bum on the ground. Wrists, elbows lined up, elbows touching the rib cage, back of the neck long, and breathe out, press up. Keep the tempo. Don't slow down on me. Don't let those upper arms rest on that ground for too long. Almost there. This is our last set. Time. All right. Quadruped row, or maybe you'll join me in the renegade row. If you're quadruped, remember, knees underneath the hips, wrists under the shoulders. Nice long spine. Ready, set, go. Elbow up. Good. Make it harder on the renegade row. Try to get that hand to go right underneath the shoulder, not ahead of you. If it's too much, then yeah, definitely drop it slightly ahead of you. Otherwise, if you want that challenge, we're trying to be strict and get the wrists under the shoulders, not ahead of your shoulders. Gaze slight top of the mat there. Woo. Last few reps. We'll grab a quick sip of water, move on to our ab finisher. One more each arm. Breathe. Last one. Woo. All right. Woo. Okay, you grab a quick sip. I wouldn't gulp unless you can gulp water and do abs. I can't. We are using those lighter dumbbells. Beginners, you might be cool with just body weight. I'm going to teach you a weighted dead bug. Yes, a weighted dead bug. Cool, eh? And then we'll move into a Russian twist, or for my friends with osteoporosis, osteopenia, you'll hold a V-sit. So, let's get this show on the road. Quickly show you weighted dead bug. So, our principles are the same with the dead bug. Legs in tabletop, arms straight up, lined up with the shoulders. Draw the belly button in. Now you're not smooshing your low back into the mat. That's an actual word. All right. We want a little bit of lumbar curve. That is neutral. From there, we keep that curve as we slowly lower one arm and the opposite leg. Pull up, and then the other side. So don't think you have to imprint your low back into the mat. Quite often we'll cue that just because it's an easy cue to do. And, as an instructor, there's a lot going on and we're tired too. But ideally, I would like you to keep as a neutral spine. So, you ready? Of course you are. Here we go. Legs in tabletop. Arms straight up, lined up with the shoulders. Pull the shoulders back and down. Back of the neck is long. Here we go. 30 seconds. Now we have these 2 moves, 3 rounds. So yes, a good little ab blast, even though your abs are already pretty warm and toasty from the dumbbell moves we did. Now, if you can't control the low back, if it really starts to pop up off your mat, I want you to drop your leg to just where you can control it, okay? Time in a seated position. Nice and tall on the spine. 1, 2, or no dumbbells. Sit back 45 degrees. Hold here if you have osteoporosis. Otherwise, add the twist. For my osteo crew, I'm going to actually ask you to have your hands like this. No dumbbells, all right? Lift up through the chest. We don't want that lower back to round. And if you want a bit more, you can lift the legs up. Yeah? Okay. Cool. I wish you guys could talk to me. It'd be great to hear you. Woo. Time, okay? Perfect. Round 2, weighted dead bug. Arms straight up, legs in tabletop. That just means knees at 90 and then knees over hips. Pull the abs in, opposite arm, and then drop that leg. Again, if you find that low back comes off your mat or your belly's puffing up, just drop your leg a little bit or maybe keep the knee bent and just tap the toe to the ground. Time. Whew. All right, V-sit. So the first thing we want to do is get that lovely sit. Spine stacked. Now lean back and then if you'd like, add the twist. Woo! All right, last round. This is it, 28-day challengers. Then you guys get a day off tomorrow. Here you go. Ready? Dead bug, go. For those of you that are a part of the challenge and not already a part of the Patreon community or Over 50 Fitness, and if you want to keep working out with me, which I hope you do, you'll be getting some emails with some information and some options for you. But you have started some really good momentum and some really good routines into your life. I hope my wish for you is you keep them going. Time. All right. Sitting up nice and tall, leaning back, or add the twist, or just hold that V-sit and breathe. Time. Woo. All right, let's just do a total body stretch. Woo. I wanted to keep these workouts at that 28-minute mark for you guys, which I kind of did for most of the series. So listen up. If you want to do some more stretches, and I hope you do. There's a ton on the Over 50 Fitness app as well as on YouTube. There's also what we did the other day for recovery day number 25. That one will hit all the muscles we just worked. Knees to chest. Rock them side to side. And rock yourself up to a seated position. All right, we did it. Those of you part of the challenge, don't you worry. You're not done with me yet. I am going to be getting a hold of you. I am really proud of you, though. I'm really proud of you. Like I said, you've started to create routine into your life that is going to make you unstoppable this year. Have a wonderful rest of your day. We'll see you next workout. Bye. Chosen, you also are going to get a really good heart rate response too, because we've chosen big muscle groups that are going to be moving through this workout. This like blah, 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 blah. Working some really large muscles of the body. So not only will you get an improved strength out of this, an improved strength. I've got to head back to English, don't I? Levels as well, osteoporosis safe. Now, you want to grab one, like sound now. Why can't I get this?